Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. So, hello, everybody. Today is Monday, November 24th, and I am putting in the stomach a little. It's not off, because there's a lot of stuff, of course, in the news. There's a lot to talk about. But this is something I have meant to discuss last week. It's a little controversial, and it's about the claim that this man named Andrew Lownie made about Melania Trump. So Andrew Lownie is a biographer of Prince Andrew, and he made this claim in a book. And his publisher decided to remove that claim from the book because Trump was threatening the publishing house. But he talks about it. He says that Melania was Epstein's girlfriend before she was with Trump. So, okay, so let's see. And it's interesting when I think about it, right? That Trump's fate is so tied to Epstein that he even met his wife, his now wife, through him, right? It's so strange. What do you think about it? And her fate is tied to Epstein as well. So, right, so both need that information to be quiet. So again, this is for entertainment purposes only. And yeah, I don't know that I don't know if there's exact proof of this, right? At least not yet. But this man wrote, I feel inclined to trust him. I don't think he would make those claims unless he had some evidence. Okay. So so you'll see. I'm gonna play it from the Keith Edwards. He showed but you can look up this man Andrew Law. He's made this claim in many different podcasts. Okay, so it's not just this one that you're listening to, and and so let's get into it. Okay. All right. So just 1 second here. Let me just get it right for you. Okay, so let's see. Let's play here.
Pretty quiet is Melania Trump. Now, this is biographer Andrew Lownie, who wrote a book about Epstein, and he alleged that Melania met Trump through Epstein, and that Melania was actually Epstein's lover. Now, this is put into a book, and I'm going to tell you what happened after the clip.
So here we are with him in Mar-a-Lago, but you can see with Epstein. Sorry, can you see okay? Epstein, a woman called Gwendolyn Beck, who Andrew took to the island. And
So, by the way, you could see that the author is here giving a lecture at Cambridge, University of Cambridge.
I have various references in my book to Melania Trump. Epstein had actually been her lover before Trump, but Trump didn't like that in the book, so he ordered it to be taken out of the book. After about 60,000 copies have been printed, so it seemed to be a pretty pointless gesture, but anyway, our publishers did it, but I keep spreading the word.
I want a copy of the original book. I want a copy.
So that's really these two claims. One that's what we're going to look at. One was did Trump meet Melania? Okay, through Epstein, and was Melania Epstein's girlfriend before she was with Trump? So let's do the protection. I'd like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out. I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that it create the good and only the good, and so it is. Okay, so let's ask the questions about these two claims. Now, I think I may have asked in the past about whether Epps has introduced them but no, I have not asked about whether they were dating. Well, he was dating Melania before. So, by the way, he's here, Mr. I didn't invite you. Okay. He's just, yeah, yeah. He's just happy that he seems delighted to that this is coming out. And it's saying, and I see that the, his soul, whatever that is, right, appears to be, it's not that he was hurt necessarily by it, but it's like the guy was pretending like he didn't know me when we had a business together. And oh my God, I effed his wife. That's what he's telling me here. Okay. Sorry about that. So, all right. So, but that's what's coming to, he's telling me. Very classy, man. I am also, I never use cuss words myself. Never. Mm-mm. No. No. Okay. So let me ask this question without cards. Although I was thinking with or without cards. I don't know. So, Andrew Lownie, Prince, former Prince Andrew's biographer. I think his name now is Andrew Mountbatten. Okay. So did Andrew Mountbatten's, no, Andrew Lownie, who was, and let's just call him Andrew's biographer, claimed that EP introduced Melania to Trump. Is it true? Yes. Yes, he was one of his girls, he said. Introduced Trump as one of his girls. Yeah, so that's true. Let's see what the cards say here about this. Let's see if I just get one card of each type. What does it say? Let's see what comes up. Oh, factions. Interesting. Right? This is infighting when it's like this. That's when more factions have formed. So okay, so let's see. So did he introduce? Okay. Here's the visit. Oh, that's right. Visit, right? They came, hey, they met up, right? Somebody who goes outside the house to meet somebody, right? Could be a friend. Okay, so all right. Oh, let's see. Oh, child, this is always like also a new contact, a new introduction. This could be, right? So in the visit, they visited, like they saw each other. Um, Now visit is interesting because it tends to mean that you go to someone's house. So it could have been does it make sense? Because there is this type of card has a has the option of a party, right? This is not a party, it's a visit. So it's interesting. Okay, here is what is it? Worry. So okay, so yeah, so they met. This is them meeting. Yes, I think it's true. Now let's ask a different question. What was okay? Let me just open up here. So the next question is, what was the nature of the EPS relationship with Melania at the time when EPS introduced her to Trump? So at that moment when they were introduced, I say he had been with her, and it's kind of creepy, guys. It shows me this image of them because we've seen the images of them. There's pictures of them at parties, right? When Trump was with Melania. But when it's kind of like he touched her behind or whatever, as if, the kind of intimacy that only someone who has with, if you've been with someone intimately, let's just say it, then sometimes you could tell, like when there's too much physical intimacy, that's what it looked like. I don't think there was it does not come to me as like something deep or love or anything like that, but he, did something. And to be fair to Melania also, I think she wasn't, doing this thing, whatever, right? So it wasn't like there really was nothing. I don't feel like there was a relationship, like at least at this stage when they met. We can ask about before. Okay, so that's what I pick. So let's see what the cards say here. So do you need to look at the cards on the table, maybe? Okay, so what was the nature? That's right, I already talked about it. So let's see, All right. So just what was the nature of the oh, what hold on. Okay, here is well, since two cards pulled up, I guess I feel sort of obligated to show you this one. Oh, a false person and the rich man. And the time when they met. Let's see here. Love, yeah. As you know, love, I've learned over time that the love card can mean in different types of, the Norman, the heart card can also mean just sex. It doesn't have to mean love, like romantic love. Okay. Here is public or party. It's a place where people gather. So falsche Person. So interesting. Good man, very wealthy man. Yeah, it's like the wealthy man who under false pretenses, love relationship in public. Okay, so um and the chariot is interesting. Now, it could be related to the business of Epstein. Okay. All right. So now to the next question, which was the second claim. Okay, let's see here. That's mm, okay. So the claim is that Melania had a relationship with EPS before she started dating Trump. So that's just he's called it a relationship. So let's see what it was. So let me ask, did Melania have a relationship with EPS before she started dating Trump? And if so, what kind of relationship was it? Okay. What was the nature of the relationship? Now, I've already asked, like not at the time. I want to know before because I had asked earlier today, just a few minutes ago, about the moment when she was introduced to Trump, what kind of relationship she had with EPS, but that's not the question I have now. It's about any time before the meeting. Did she have a relationship? And if so, what kind of relationship? Okay. And guys, I have to say, I feel for her, really, I do, because I see that she's like, oh, she's one of the girls, like she was some kind of model, but like there was an arrange, I see that he touched, he did things to her, whatever. I mean, she consented, right? She consented. It wasn't like it's honestly to me, it's such a gray area, like because she was kind of working, you know what I mean? But to me, what I pick up from her is that she understood that in order to live the life that she had before, she was willing to do whatever it took. And so in her mind, I don't feel like there was another option. Does it make sense? I'm not just, I'm not like, it's not that I don't, it's not that she's a saint or anything, or that she should, it's not a moral. Does it make sense? In her mind, it was like, well, it is what it is. I'm going to succeed. And I just have to put up with these men and they touching her in like, I don't want to explain to you. I don't want you to go through. It just feels uncomfortable, to be honest with you. Like she wasn't really enjoying it necessarily, right? It was just like that he let her know that he had access to her when he wanted, basically. So to me, it was just a business relationship. It was not, no, I don't feel like there was any kind of like a relationship really. Okay. I don't think that it was. So it was just that I see him, oh, she's one of the girls, so that's what has to happen. And to me, the thing I'm seeing, okay, here to me feels a bit like, the Weinstein, like the guy from Hollywood, the like the couch thing, whatever, like something like that. But with this again, understanding that she would be available to him if he wanted, because that was the nature of the business. And in exchange, she would be introduced to powerful. Like I don't think it's not being told overtly here, but that's what I understand. She understood it too. So it was like as they call it, mutually beneficial arrangement in some way. Okay. But I don't feel like it wasn't like she didn't feel good to her, but she did it. Does it make sense? It's kind of like she had to survive. That was how she saw it. Okay. So So let's see, did she have a relationship before and what kind of relationship was it? Over here it is, mature man, official or military. Now, this, remember how the story about offer, about the immigration, how she had, okay, payment. Okay, offer with a payment. That's right. Love, see, oh, so I have my alarms. So, and this is interesting. Now, this is health, longevity, um, or like an organization. Now, remember the story of the immigration, right? And here is mature man, an official. And this usually this is a card of like, with someone like a romantic offer, some sort of love offer that has payments associated with it. And here is like something that lasts or part of an organization of some sort. Okay, there's also health, but I tend to see it as like it can have many meanings, including even territory, land, but also um uh an organization, like a org tree. Okay. So okay, so does it make sense? I don't want to shame. It's like I don't want to shame it. It's that, but it is what it is. Okay. So now let me just ask because it came up now. Did did EPS have anything to do with Melania's immigration visas? Okay. Say yes, him and the other guy, I think he has an Italian name. Zampoli, I think his name is. And remember how Trump gave him a job. This guy has a job. He's some sort of ambassador somewhere. I don't know if it's Italy even. This guy I even when I was like into fashion, I think I remember knowing his name, Zampoli. He's pretty well known modeling agent. But he worked with Trump, right? I didn't know nobody. I don't think we knew about this stuff then. But okay. So it shows me that this Zampoli guy and EPS kind of worked together. So it was a thing that I don't see that necessarily EPS himself, but that EPS worked with the other guys. So it's saying they had a business together. Interesting. Yeah, that they were like part of the similar or same business. So let's see what the cards say. Okay, did it yes, they need to do it. An offer. Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, here is theft. I'll tell you. Okay, so interesting. Let's see here. Waiting, expecting. She was waiting. Uh, okay, far away. Now, this could be the government, immigration, like some institution or government. Now, what's interesting is that this card is an offer. Now, and when you get for legal immigration, a lot of times you need to have a work offer. You can't just show up, right? There's different visas for people who already have job offers. And this would be something like that. Even the apathy is interesting because it's like if it's not upside down, it's like somebody's like being offered something. And the card of theft here, so it doesn't mean that it's an actual thief, but it could mean that you're doing something illegal. Waiting here from far away. So she was expecting it, and she came from far, and there was definitely shady issues with immigration. Okay, so let me just ask this question again. I'm not doing it ironically, but according to Trump's own definition of what immigration is, right? If she lied, is Melania an illegal immigrant in the sense that did she lie in her application? So is Melania an illegal immigrant? Does it make sense because he illegal? Because she has the Epstein, Epstein, Einstein visa, really. That is for highly qualified people. So all right, is Melania an illegal immigrant? Technically, I'm not saying that I care about those things, but since Trump's administration is so strict on immigration things, right? Let's see. So is Melania an illegal immigrant? Oh, Moon. You don't know the full story. Hmm. Uh-oh, death. Uh-oh. An ending. Hmm. Private. Okay. Okay, the courts. Losses. So yeah, so it's saying she could lose. She could lose, but I don't, honestly, I don't wish that for her necessarily. It's just that if we apply the criteria that Trump applies to other people, if they have lied about something, even if it's something minor, I don't think it was in her case, it was minor because she was lying about her occupation, all that. But here is an ending here, like see the private justice, losses, stress. Okay, so Moon is like, we don't know, there's more to come out. If we don't know, we only know part of the story or an ending. Private, that's right, that's right. Wow, wow, okay. Wow, guys, these cards are a bit sinister, to be honest with you. And I honestly wonder if EPS could have threatened to say something about her to the public before he died. You know what I'm saying? Because here we have the moon. The moon is like emotions, or like when you only know part of the story, an ending, like or someone. I mean, a lot of times the death card, it does not mean actual death. But when you look at like an ending in private, like in a room, right? And this is court. It's actually not prison, but does it make sense? There's something darker. I would, honestly, I would have expected different cards. There's just something kind of like there's a lot of stress. There's like it's not a death card type situation. You know what I mean? It could also mean that they have made the case disappear, or they could have deleted files, but I would have seen something else if they had. Does that make sense? There's just something ominous about the cards. So let me just ask, why is it ominous? What is it? Because everybody had to be, it's something they keep, because if they, I was saying, if they find out about Melania, then they can find out about all the women and how all their visas were messy. Okay, so let me ask the cards, why were the cards shady, strange, and eerie and weird? Okay. Restless, sad, uh, money or good luck. Let's see what else. Treachery. And then let's see over here. Community. Okay. Group of people. Restless, sad. Okay, so that in a way the wealth or the luck was obtained through treachery uh, of a community, or like when you look at immigrants, right? Um, they didn't have the same luxury as she did, so there's something, as Linda G says, she uses the word underhanded, like something underhanded about the way in which uh, she obtained her thing. So, okay, the last question, and then I'll say, so about Andrew Lonnie. So just to confirm, was Andrew, okay, so was Andrew Lonnie telling the truth? And why is he saying these things openly? I mean, he's not, he doesn't seem, he said, I'm not scared. They only removed it from the book because they were afraid of the legal consequences. They didn't want to spend the money on, of course, there would be a big legal battle. So was yes, he's telling the truth. And why? He's saying because he's protected. He says it's like tells me he's protected, and it's common knowledge. He's saying. Okay, so he's saying because he doesn't mind if they want to sue him. He's saying. Okay. So all right, so let me see why. Behind it's a part of something behind the scenes. Desire. Okay, wanting somebody behind the scenes wanted this to be revealed. Deal. Oh yeah, I see twice the deal. There's deals here that he's made. And you know what I get? I don't like to talk too much about message of concern. So okay, so and I'm not into this whole like royal family too much. I don't, for various reasons, it's not my thing, but I am getting that he has the protection of Prince William because I think a lot of people in the royal family wanted to get rid of Andrew because he was, I mean, why? Why? Right? And so and so they knew that some people could go to the press and say things, and he was one of them. So, okay. So I don't know why I feel like he has protection in very high circle over there. So okay. All right. So I'm gonna go for now and thank you for watching. Bye bye.